Hello everyone, and welcome back to, well, Scarlet Violet. Yeah, I know there's a little bit of a different camera angle today, so I've decided to kind of angle the webcam up a little bit, because I noticed in all of my recordings, it looked like the little edge of the Godzilla frame box. It looked like it was like a cowlick of my hair just sticking up, and it's like, no, this is what it actually is. It's the frame box of the Godzilla thing. Hello there, James. How are you guys doing? Thank you all for tuning in today. Again, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. There we go. We're going to start up making another sandwich for egg hatch power, because we're going to hatch our eggs pretty quick so we can start working through a lot of our eggs. Because I bred so many more eggs than I actually thought I was going to actually have done. Like, we filled up so many boxes of eggs, it invaded the shiny giveaway box of eggs. Meaning, I need to go through, I need to start clearing stuff out. What's the issue, that dude? What is this issue? So I can address it next. The Garchomp and the Goldango. What's the issue with the Garchomp and the Goldango? Does, like, Earthquake hit the Goldango? Because, like, that's a bit of a semi-self-explanatory, I feel? Yeah, this is how many eggs I actually have. That I bred far more eggs. I had, eggs here. This was 2 things. Then, over here, again, 2 more things of eggs. Then, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Eggs invaded here. Eggs invaded here. So we have close to over 11 boxes of eggs that I need to get rid of and just start pruning. Yeah. I went a little more ham than I should have. So we're kind of trying to rectify that today with stuff. That's about it. To be fair, a lot of things get very easily bodied by Trick Room. That is not an uncommon thing. Yeah. You remember, Mudkip, when I'm collecting eggs, I'm just sitting here mashing A while I'm doing other stuff. Hello there, Thunderous TJ. That is a glorious name right there. Remember, Mudkip, when it comes to me gathering eggs, what I do is I am either editing videos or I'm just doing my daily exercises. And I'm just, like, mashing A every so often. I don't normally keep track of how long I'm doing stuff with. And then it's like, oh, wait, that's what happens. I do that passively throughout the day. Remember, you get probably like 1.5 boxes, if not more, from a single egg power 2 sandwich. So it's like within an hour, you get like 3 boxes, if not more, filled up. Almost 4 boxes full. So it's about like maybe 3 hours in total is how much it was for that. Because I was recording some more Splatoon 3 today. I was recording some A Link to the Past today. And I was recording more stuff for Let's Go today. Which are fast months, except for Amoonguss, but it's Amoonguss. Team is Garchomp, Dragon, Goldango, Mousehold, Fluttermane among Amoonguss. Yeah. Yeah, that's why my typical strategy was I just kill the Trick Room stuff before I can start Trick Rooming. Hello, Sleek Geek. How are you doing? Welcome in, Hannah. Great to see you again. And again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Let's go. One more egg, and then we get to the next one. But how is everybody doing today? How is everybody doing today? Yeah, the team is very fast. But you also gotta remember, Trick Room does body a lot of teams. That's actually pretty much the reason why Trick Room is actually so good at doing what Trick Room does, because most teams generally tend to run a little bit faster, but Trick Room Pokemon can actually run, you know, more stat investment. How many eggs you got? Mudkip, do I ever not disappoint you? That's the thing. I always end up disappointing you. It's kind of the intrinsic nature. Or another shiny while I was trying to hatch the shiny rodent. Nice. It's always good getting shinies while you're hatching others. That's the reason why I think this is what they always wanted Masuda hunting to be. You know, you wandering around, hatching eggs, while you're just, like, looking for other shinies. Which is just, this is the game, the first game where it's actually able to be done, because you can see the shinies in the overworld. We gotta mention the entire action or what. Hello, Mike F, how are you doing? Mayonnaise with Armor Rouge. I mean, Armor Rouge isn't really that slow. I mean, it's 85 or something base speed. 85, right? Or is it like 75? Oh yeah, instead of posting entire action replays on YouTube, you might be better off making it I am not doing extra merit playthrough for that shiny. Yeah, my friend Echo is just messaging me about like some miscellaneous stuff in extra mode and like just Kirby lore in general, because those who don't know, I love Kirby lore. I am a big fan of this like video game series lore, and me and Echo have just been like going back and forth about Kirby lore all day, and it's like I can just talk about lore for hours. I love this. It's like, because he was explaining to me, because I have played very few Kirby games. I'm working on playing more of them, but he's telling me like, yeah, like this is some like the miscellaneous lore about a few things, some like just interesting stuff that was revealed in a side game about all these things. And it's like, this is why I love these games. It's deep lore. But how are you doing, Kayla? I'm just hatching some Cyndaquil eggs right now, Mike F. And we're just talking about nonsense and shenaniganery, is really all it is. I mean, I don't got a fire, so I can type out, so. Yeah, Armor Rouge would be pretty good for that, though. Also, it would punish opposing Indeedee users for Indeedee Trick Room. I like Armor Rouge, I gotta say. I think of all the Pokemon that were introduced in this generation, Armor Rouge might be my favorite one to actually use in battles, but there's like a plethora of other Pokemon that I enjoy. Like, I like the Pokemon more. Like, I like Tinkaton a lot more, because Tinkaton just amuses me. I like Baxcalibur, because Baxcalibur just, like, again, it's ice-flavored Godzilla. Roaring Moon, because we all know it's my Moon Go Rar. We all love the Moon Go Rar. Hello there, Alex Bumgardner. But yeah, it's like, I freaking love. There's a lot of great stuff that was that in the game. The man. Yeah, I recommend swapping out the mouse hold, because I mean, again, I'm not really someone who's used mouse hold. I am 200 Cyndaquil as well. Nice. Yeah, Cyndaquil is one that I want to get the shiny of before we get the next level 7 Terra raid boss. But based on how our luck's been going, I don't think we're going to get it. We have about a week left until Typhlosion comes back. Not until Typhlosion. We have about a week until the next raid boss. They generally reveal the future level 7 raid boss about a week in advance. And we're closing in on that week deadline. So, I mean, we're probably going to get the reveal of what the next Terra raid boss is actually during the stream. So I'm a little worried. Me too, Shiny, as well. So I'm a little worried for that happens. But ultimately, I think the way I'm going to deal with the stragglers when it comes to our Masuda shiny hunts is, like, you know, I'll just put Charmander, Froakie, and the others in a big surprise Masuda shiny hunt thing. So I'm going to be hunting like 5 different Pokemon simultaneously, and I'm not going to know what the egg is until we get it. Done Eevee. Nice. Yeah, we still have to hunt the Eevee family for the shiny living dex. Like, that's going to be a bit of a nightmare hunt for us to do. That is... Eevee is, I think, the shiny hunt I am the most worried about. Purely down to I need to get Eevee itself, the 3 Kanto forms. I already have one of them, but again, just 3 for simplicity. Sylveon, because you know Sylveon's the thing. Umbreon, Espeon, and then Leafeon and Glaceon. I need 9 of those things I need to get 9 shiny Eevee in total to finish the shiny Eevee hunt for the living shiny Dex. Which, that is going to be a nightmare of a hunt conglomeration to do. So if you want to see me suffer while doing that, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, everyone. But yeah, I'm keeping notes. It's one of the reasons why I've actually been trying to intermix the Eevee family hunts with other hunts to sort of get those ones done. Because if I can, like, you know, knock out, okay, there's one Eevee down. There's, you know, there goes Jolteon. There's Espeon. It shortens the number of Eevee Masuda hunts I'm going to need to do, because Eevee Masuda hunting is probably going to end up being, like, months. I would not be surprised if an Eevee Masuda hunt ends up taking in total about 2 months of our time, just based on how previous Masuda hunts have gone. Which is going to be a lot of pain for me. But thankfully, once Pokemon Home comes out, it will be easier to dispose of the Eevee eggs, because I can just plop them right into Pokemon Home, click release, gone. So again, when we get home, it's going to be useful. Speaking of, I have a podcast coming out in a few days, which actually is discussing the possible theories for why it is we haven't gotten Pokemon Home yet, because they said it was going to be early 2023. Well, I would say we're pretty solidly into mid-2023 right now, and we still don't have Home yet. And I didn't transfer my shiny Eevee from Let's Go. Oh, from Go. Yeah, but here's the thing, Mudkip. Remember, this is a shiny living dex. There are very few shinies from Pokemon Go I'm going to count towards the living dex. The only ones are going to be ones like my shiny Ekans, which I only have 1 of, which that's going to be counting towards it. But others probably not going to, like, others, like, no, I'm not going to count, like, I'm not going to count my shiny Kyogre or my shiny Groudon from Go towards the shiny living dex. I already have a shiny Kyogre in the actual games. I hunted that back in Ultra Moon. This was actually before we started the channel proper. And that is, of course, the dex I already have that shiny. But Groudon, that's going to be a fun shiny hunt. That is going to be an especially super fun shiny hunt. Because one thing, because I have a wave, I'm going to be testing how fast. I'm going to try to, like, test the speed of the Groudon to make sure I can get a 0-speed one. It's not going to be a 0-speed shiny. It's going to be just, like, a 0-speed Groudon, because I just want to get a 0-speed Groudon for competitive purposes. Because those who don't know, this is the way that weather works in competitive Pokemon. The lower speed Pokemon is the one whose weather or terrain is actually set. So if you send out, like, a Tapu Koko and an Indeedee, well, Tapu Koko's terrain goes up first, but then the Indeedee's terrain overrides it. Lower speed takes priority when it comes to terrain setting. I saw that, dude. I saw it. Yeah, again, that's kind of the issue with a lot of competitive stuff, is that you will notice here and there things will kind of body stuff. Which is, again, a little bit of a problem. And well. But yeah, I have plans for future shiny hunts for that. Because the Groudon is a Groudon I want to get for 0 speed just for competitive reasons. Because that way, I can stop Kyogre. Because Kyogre that want to set up their rain, I can deny the rain setup. The only issue is, though, that Groudon is actually a very fast Pokemon. Like, you really don't realize it, but Groudon has a 90 base speed. Those who don't know, that's the same speed as Lucario. Like, Groudon is a very, very fast Pokemon. And, you know, kneecapping that speed kind of isn't a great thing. But at the same time, you're getting your weather. So what's more important, your weather or the speed? I say the weather. But I don't care. Give me top. Ain't even in top 50, I think. Because Grim ain't even top 50. That's I'm... Actually, let me go check Pikalytics. Because Grim not being in top 50 is... Grim is one thing I would expect to be in, like, the top 10. Okay, maybe not top 10, but, like, solidly high in the top 10. Solidly high in the stuff. Let's see, so... Iron Bundle, Palafin, Glamora, Woshen, Gyarados, Tatsugiri, Annihilate, Baxcalibur. Gothitelle Murkrow, really? Mimikyu and DDF. Polteface. Yeah, Grim. Yeah, Grimmsnarl is number 40. Grimmsnarl is in the top 50. It is number 40 on the list. Just under Ceruledge, but one step above Farigiraf, 2 steps above Corviknight, and 3 steps above Sylveon. Interesting. Yeah, I solidly think that Grim is a very, very solid contender, because, like, it's Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl's got, like, all kinds of really great, super good tech. I'm in the middle of plants. Get up. Yeah, it's in the top 40. That's the reason I always check Pikalytics. Pikalytics shows everything. It shows movesets, it shows stat line distributions, shows ability, item, it shows, like, everything. I love it. It's such a good decision, because this doesn't track... It doesn't track, like, what's used on Showdown. It tracks what's used in actual competitions. Which I actually really like, because it's a very, very good system for that reason. I mean, I would say it's common. Let's see, Grim is... it's 2.45% usage. Yeah, 2.45% usage. Holy crap, Fluttermane, 66.11% usage. Whoa. Wait, this is kind of insane. Fluttermane, 66.11% usage competitively. That's number 1 spot. Number 2 usage percentage, Chi-Yu, 37.43%. Fluttermane has slightly under double the usage percent of Chi-Yu. What the crap is this nonsense? Oh my gosh, Chi-Yu, you're terrifying. But also, Fluttermane is just blasting things. That's a thing right there. No, Incineroar was like an 80s. Incineroar, I'm pretty sure, was at its peak in like the 80s. VGC abuse. Is there nothing for Sword and Shield? There we go. Sword and Shield VGC Series 12. Is there nothing? Wait, why is it not bringing the things up? I want to see what the Sword and Shield stuff was. I can't see anything. I mean, we got Scizor. Hello there, the villain Jacoby. Welcome in. I'm doing very well today. I'm doing very, very well. Yeah, but we've got the Scizor, the Bullet Punch Scizor that deletes Fluttermane into non-existence, because it just goes a Bullet Punch, and then it deletes Fluttermane. Also, because anything with Shadow Sneak also kind of deletes Fluttermane. Well, then again, Fluttermane just immediately tears into Fairy and just deletes that, and also protected by Psychic Terrain. Actually, yeah. I mean, Terra Steel Garganacl, I would say, probably is your best answer to Fluttermane. Because I did think of Terra Steel Garganacl a few months ago when it came to deleting Fluttermane, because you have the resistance to the Fairy Stab, and then you have the resistance functionally from Purifying Salt reducing the ghost damage. But you gotta remember that, dude. If you are deleting Fluttermane, that is a worthwhile trade-off. That is a very worthwhile trade-off to be deleting a Fluttermane. Thank you very much for popping in, the Villain Jacoby. And again, guys, if you haven't done so, please do not forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. I'm not seeing... Why can I not get back to the Sword and Shield battle things? Why can I not get back to Sword and Shield usage numbers? There we go. Yeah, Incineroar. Usage. 73.7%. Yeah, that's the kind of number that Incineroar is. Incineroar was a little bit above where Fluttermane's at right now. Right, yes, right, the sash. Right, because Tyranitar's actually not that good this series of VGC. So you can't just immediately bop the sash into non-existence. Yeah, normally when Tyranitar's a factor, sash is kind of obsolete. Because again, the sash is deleted by the thing. Good point. I mean, I feel once it comes down to like some more Pokemon get back into the game, I feel when we get Pokemon home and, you know, Pokemon from the DLCs are basically brought back into the fold, I think Fluttermane and a lot of the Paradox Pokemon are going to start like really dropping. Well, okay, not necessarily dropping, but they're really going to start going... They're going to lose a little bit of their insane edge. Because I was talking with one of my friends yesterday that, yeah, right now, Delibot, the freaking Iron Bundle, is terrifying. But once we get something like Lapras back in the game, that's going to really take it down a few pegs. Because it's a water type that destroys Delibot. And, you know, a number of fairy types are going to be more easily, you know, especially the Fluttermane, are going to be more easily handled by a few of the returning steel types. Because this is one thing that I've actually been noticing, because I've been working with the SGL, the Streamer Gym Leader Challenge, is monotypes are kind of screwed in this gen, because so many of the Pokemon that offer a lot of, like, coverage diversity in terms of, like, movesets, kits, and abilities are just not in the game. So, when they start coming back into the game, we're gonna get more better answers to a lot of these Pokemon. I mean, one of the big ones is, like, when Heatran is allowed back into VGC, Fluttermane is gonna drop. Fluttermane is gonna just fall off a cliff when it comes to the return of Heatran, the Melty Face. And, I mean, probably not even just Heatran's return. Once we just get, like, some more legendaries that have a little bit of meat on their bones, or just even some other Pokemon that have, you know, various steel types, that have a little bit of the meat on their bones to body Fluttermane, it's gonna be helping stuff. Again, the main issue really is the Pokemon that were axed from the base version of Scarlet and Violet are really the ones that can best handle the Paradox Pokemon. So, once they're let back in, the Paradox Pokemon are going to take a pretty massive hit. I guess while I am stuffing my face, even though he knows damn well can't eat people food. Yeah, that's why I'm a dog person. The way that cats just, like, stare at me, I've always found a little unnerving. It's just like, stop staring right into my soul. You're creeping me out. It's very, very unsettling. Yeah, shrimp. I like seafood. People will find that shellfish is one of my weaknesses. Well, seafood in general is just, like, kind of one of my weaknesses. I do like lobster. I love lobster. But yeah, I have a feeling once we get Pokemon Home, and a lot of the Pokemon Home Pokemon are added into VGC, Fluttermane will start dropping. Like, yeah, he's not going to drop out of existence, but it is going to be, you know, a little curtailed by, you know, getting some of those things, because, again, there's a lot of things that can really threaten Fluttermane. It's just they're not in the game presently. Like, the big one is Heatran. Heatran is the big one. When the DLC drops, for someone is Hitmontop. Oh no, your weakness is... No, Foxy! No! It is not pickles. We are a no-pickle household, Foxy. Hitmontop is gonna be great. Well, do we know if Hitmontop is returning, though, is the thing. Do we know if Hitmontop is coming back? Because I would like Hitmontop to be back. Because Hitmontop gets some fun tech. But yeah, I think mostly the issue right now is with the lack of ability to counteract Flutter Mane, purely because the Pokemon that could best handle it are just not in the game. So we put Seafood under a box and held with a stick. No, no, Mudkip, I wouldn't fall for that. Because yeah, like right now it's fire immunity is kind of the best way of handling it. Not fire immunity. Fairy resistance with fire immunity. It's like flash fire stuff. I think is gonna be probably the best way of handling it, because they almost always tear it into fairy, specifically because it's just like Dazzling Gleam is just absurd damage when it comes to just its freaking Dazzling Gleam. It's terrifying. Because like tearing into Ghost doesn't really offer it that much. But I think I've actually seen some people want to go Terra Ghost on it, just because the other Flutter Mane sets are being a bit more bait. Because like, because the fairy ones are a bit baity, and I know that a lot of people have been, well, not a lot of people, like some people have been doing things like Scarf, Terra Poison, Poison Jab, Garchomp to one-shot Flutter Mane. You know, to basically take Flutter Mane out entirely, because it's to delete the Flutter Mane. And then, you know, tearing into Ghost, you preserve Flutter Mane. It doesn't have the absurd fairy spread damage, but it does have, you know, a bit of a different resistance, bit of a different effectiveness profile. Yeah, that is the thing about pets, is there are certain things they cannot eat. I know dogs cannot eat chocolate, is the big one. They also cannot eat grapes. Yeah, we have a dog ourselves, so like we know about the things they're not supposed to eat because they're very bad for them. But yeah, I know. Oh, listen, I don't know all off the top of my head. King Gambit counters Flutter. I would say possibly it does. I would say possibly it counters Flutter Mane. But again, like Mystical Fire does not take it out. If anything, Mystical Fire only makes it stronger. Because remember, Defiant. So Mystical Fire would very much not be the play, I think, unless Sun is applied. Flutter Mane does not want to Mystical Fire King Gambit. Because I'm pretty sure King Gambit can afford to run bulk. Because it's not a very fast Pokemon as is, so you're not really outspeeding things. Also, I'm pretty sure, like, Trick Room just deletes Flutter Mane from existence. Because, again, it's Flutter Mane. Flutter Mane does not survive in Trick Room. Yeah. Or, I guess, Tailwind also helps. Again, the issue is, like, the Sash, but again, that's an item. The good thing about Flutter Mane using Focus Sash over any other item is that the Flutter Mane is reliant on the Focus Sash. Meaning it can't use Life Orb. It can't use Choice Specs. Can't use Choice Scarf. Can't use Booster Energy. So, like, Flutter Mane's own strength in a way is able to be used against as a weakness, which is good. Yeah. Flutter Mane is one of those Pokemon competitively I am very much looking forward to using more of. And I do almost think, to a degree, Flutter Mane is the reason Koraidon is never going to see competitive usage. Like, I like Koraidon. I think it's a really neat Pokemon. But Buddy is never going to be seen too often, purely down to one factor. Flutter Mane absolutely deletes that thing into next year. Because there really isn't much of an advantage to like, even terrestrializing into fire, because it doesn't really get many fire-type moves. I mean, yeah, it gets, like, Flare Blitz. But, like, Terra Fire into Flare Blitz, that's a lot of recoil damage you're taking. You know, that's not exactly the kind of thing I'd want to take on, you know, my restricted legendary for recoil like that. There's only maybe one restricted legendary I could ever see incurring that degree of recoil damage. And it's like maybe Ho-Oh. But even then, it's like, you don't want to drop your own restricted's HP like that. So no matter what was the green on the wall. Oh, that? The green thing? This was from, like, so many years ago. Like, we painted my walls, I think, probably 10 years ago, if not more. Because, like, you can't see it. Actually, I could probably just, like, rotate this and you guys can see it. But, like, there's, like, you know, of course, like, the zigzag on the wall. You know, the walls are painted. You know, there's, like, that green box is the only green box. Whereas, like, the other 3 walls all have, like, a blue zigzag on it. But that was, you know, made a few years ago. So it's really sort of an artifact from several years ago when we painted the room. And we like, oh yeah, we'll just put a design on the wall somewhere to make it more interesting visually. Yeah, okay, kind of looks weird now. That's not good. Weather sirens are not a good thing. Stay safe, though. Stay safe from the weather damage. But yeah, I guess maybe just what move does Koraidon even learn? I don't know what the freak Koraidon even learns as far as moves go, because it's one of those Pokemon that I don't see the potential for Koraidon. It just gets destroyed by too many good typings. It also doesn't have a good enough typing offensively. Like, I mean, well, Dragon Fighting is a good typing, but it gets bodied by Fairy, which is one of the best typings in the entire game. Cerebi, Koraidon. Does Koraidon get any poison or steel moves, I guess? Because if it does, I guess I could see, like, Terra into Steel or Terra into Steel or Poison. Alright, let's see. So, during a low sweep, Brick Break, Zen, Headbutt, Shadow Claw, during while Stomping Tantrum, Swords Dance. Okay, it does get Iron Head. So it does get at least one. Okay. It learns Iron Head and Heavy Slam. So it does at least get some steel moves. But again, I mean, you could just get Terror Blast anyway, so that at least helps it. But, like, dang, Koraidon's move pool is just garbage. Like, they gave everything good to Miraidon. They knew Miraidon was gonna be the legend. Also, I agree. Corrupted Nadra does look way better than, like, actual Nadra. It just, because the color scheme just looks better. I just think the color scheme is a better color scheme. Speaking of, I actually thought today was Friday. So I thought, oh, tomorrow's gonna be our Breath of the Wild weekend. It's like, no, it's only Thursday. It's only Thursday. It's like, what? Wait, what? How did I not realize today was Thursday? Again, this is kind of one of the things where there's like time just blends together after a while, and you just lose track of the days, and I hate it. But I'm getting back on track of some things. I'm trying to keep stuff going with things like that. Cyndaquil hatching from the egg. The egg. This is the egg. Okay, that was the last one. Five. We are making progress through the eggs, which is good. Hello there, the best RNG. That is an amazing name, and is absolutely apt for the way that I play Togekiss. For those who don't know, I am a Togekiss flinch hacks user. I very much enjoy flinch hacksing my enemies with RNG, because 60% chance to lock you out of your turn. That's just fun. That's just my idea of a good time. But how are you doing the best, RNG? Are you generating numbers randomly? Hey, Nafy, how are you doing? Can one of the mods please go grab Nafy's link? What's new? Also, we will be getting a Spoon update before the Zelda Splatfest, since Tricolor map isn't in the files. Ooh, fine. They better call it the Triforce color match. They better call it the Triforce color match. Maybe a new team. Garchomp, Dragon, Goldengo, Armarouge, Floramain, Among Us. I think that's a good one. The only worry, though, is bit of a weakness to Ghost. Ghost kind of has a field day with you because you have two Ghost types and a Psychic type. So might want to watch out for things like foul play uses and such. Well, I mean, not one of the foul plays, like other Fluttermane that have Ghost moves. Yeah, Ghost could be a little bit of a problem. Third stop, there's nothing going on outside. I was expecting it was something. Well, at least that's good. Maybe it was just a test of the Thunderstorm thing. Maybe it was like a test of the Siren system. Can't stop listening to the new Pokemon opening. Help. Mood Nafy. I am the same way with various, like, openings for songs. Or even just, like, songs in general. It's like, send help. I can't stop listening to this. Send help. Help. Please help. Oh. I mean, I know for me it was I couldn't stop listening to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure opening 2 Bloody Stream. That's that's the opening for Battle Tendency. And it's like I couldn't stop listening to it for a long time. It's like, it's so good. It's such a good song. Also, I can't stop listening to Great Day's Unit version. Which, those who don't know, that is a giant 5-way collab song done by all the 5 previous JoJo's Bizarre Adventure opener singers. It's one giant mega collab, and I love it. That would be my guess, but they usually test the sirens on the first Wednesday of the month. Maybe they did it on a different day to keep everybody on their toes. Yeah. Part 2's opening is great. I mean, again, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Those openings just go super hard. And I love it. The thing is, if you add a Dark type on the team, well, that was one of the Hydreigon was good. Though the Hydreigon added in a Fairy weakness. Again, that's kind of the thing, is you're never going to have one thing that's always going to be like a silver bullet to every possible team combination you're going to run against. There's always going to be some weakness in the team. It's just how do you minimize that weakness or play around it. I suppose what you could do is possibly swap out Amoonguss for Brute Bonnet. Because that is a Dark type. Why do you dislike Hydreigon, Foxy? What did Hydreigon ever do to you? How can you dislike Ghidorah the Pokemon? Talk about alarms. Y'all remind me of having an emergency alert test around the UK on the... Wait, you're from the UK? You're from the UK, Nafy? I could get you a Brute Bonnet. I could get you a Brute Bonnet. Although I think Brute Bonnet does very well in Trick Room. Fair enough, Foxy. I suppose you could exchange the Armarouge for a Farigiraf. Because that is a normal Psychic type. It also does well in Trick Room. It also blocks priority. So Meta, hear me out. You should learn Wind Bombs. Wind Bombs. No! No, Nafy! I'm oblivious to everything! Nafy, you forget, I am frequently oblivious. Yeah, Hydreigon takes far longer to evolve than even other pseudo-legendaries. It is a standout in terms of evolution times. Being a pain in the ass. Man, I will learn Wind... Okay, Mudkip. When we finish 100%ing Breath of the Wild, I will learn to Wind Bombs. I will make that promise to you. I will learn the Wind Bombs. When I finish Tears of the Kingdom. And when I finish Breath of the Wild, then I will learn Wind Bombs. Alright? Got it? I promise you, I will start to learn Wind Bombs when we finish Breath of the Wild. Are those agreeable terms, Mudkip? Do you find those terms most agreeable? Or do you not? Because I find them to be vaguely agreeable terms. Slightly vaguely agreeable. Slightly vaguely agreeable. I'm loud rage when I go Scottish or Australian. When I rage, I can go Scottish or Australian. I can never do it on command, but sometimes when I rage... That sounds amazing, Nafy. That sounds absolutely amazing. I really want to hear... Can you send me a clip of that? Because I need to hear it. I must hear this. Even if society itself was collapsing, Meta would be walking around the streets thinking about Pokemon and passing the guess. Yep, exactly, B. You have literally just summed up the way that I am about all things. Because again, my brain is just paste. There is nothing contained within my head other than a vast, expansive desert, which is nothing but just nonsense. It is nothing but memes, Sabaton, Pokemon, and just, that's it. I'll have to play more COD and doing it really bad and record myself. Yes! Yes, Nafy! The rage! The rage. The anger. The fury. Yes! I require this. So Goldengo, Garchomp, Hydreigon, Serena, Fluttermane, and Bonnet. I don't think you need both Fluttermane and Brute Bonnet. I think you need one or the other. And I would say probably want to swap out the Serena for Farigiraf. Because again, you do get a little bit bodied by fire types then. Because defensively, because you have 3 things weak to fire at that point. Again, that's why I said I recommend the Farigiraf in place of the Serena, because both have a priority stopping, but Farigiraf does operate better in Trick Room. As well as it also has, again, that normal typing, it has the psychic typing, it's got a bunch of stuff too. Get away from me, there we go. Got it. I hate Polyantauros, it sucks. I absolutely despise Polyantauros. I'm not saying you use it for Trick Room. I'm saying you use it to anti-Trick Room. You use it when the opponent is using Trick Room, so you can counter their Trick Room. Also, a lot of Trick Room stuff is either Psychic or Ghost, and that means that Farigiraf does very well into those. I know you don't like it, but it might be one of your only ways of dealing with it. That's 630. Oh, no, I would just stare and be watching Godzilla. I would just stare and watch Godzilla doing that. That's what I would do. No Imprison does not get priority. Only if Imprison is used by a prankster user does it gain priority, but it does not gain priority normally. But also, guys, again, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more of this nonsensical nonsense. That is me playing some video games. Thank you very much, Omar, for doing that. Thank you for the link to Nafi's channel. All right, what is new in the ORAS? All right, what is going on in the ORAS? Wait, what? Wait, what? Yeah, because you too quickly explain what happened. The count of the deaths, but multiple. Oh my gosh! Wait, what happened? Oh my gosh. Oh, they lost recordings. Oh look, they're like this. I guess. Oh yeah, yeah, that would exactly just be me. That is exactly me right there. Hello, King Braidstar. Welcome back. Also, the most recent episode of the 2v2 Soul Link with Timmy B, Sly Guy, Timmy B, Sly Guy, Jakey XY, and myself has apparently just aired on Sly Guy's channel. Omar, could you actually go grab the link to Sly Guy's most recent video, the ORAS 2v2 Soul Link? And just like drop that in the channel, so that way so that way we can like get link drop for that. Because I recommend you guys checking that out after the stream ends, because this is episode 3 of the Soul Link, and shenanigans and chaos are happening. Episode 4 is gonna be out tomorrow on Jakey XY's channel, and there's a lot of stuff that happens in episode 4. That's gonna be just delightful. I know, Omar, I'm so happy. Godzilla vs. Godzilla X Kong is gonna be great. Again, it feels surreal having more Godzilla media just exist. It legitimately just feels surreal. Yes, Mudkip, you heard chaos. The video on Sly's channel of the 2v2 Soul Link, there is chaos that will be in the next several videos, because that's all Soul Links are, and that's what Nuzlocke variants do, is they are chaos. And you will surely be well fed on it, Mudkip. You will certainly be well taken care of. So what did you think of episode 1, how Sly just got bodied by that Breloom? Because like, because when we were in the recording, I was like, I really want something to happen. Because my main worry was teaming with that freaking Unbound Hoopa. That thing was like, if that Hoopa can get loose, they're gonna steamroll through stuff. But then, Sly got bodied by a double kick Breloom, and they had to restart that file. So we gained a slight edge that day. We had a slight edge that day. But yeah, the 2v2 Soul Link is just, it's been great. That's why I'm so glad I joined the No, he didn't get wiped yet. Yet. Hopefully, yeah. But yeah, there was a death in that episode though, Mudkip. Was it that episode? Was it next episode? I forget when it was. Hello there, Q. Welcome in. Thank you. I hope I can get the shiny as well, Q. Again, guys, if you haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I also hope I can get this shiny soon, because this thing's going over odds. And I don't like my over odds shiny hunts. They're very shoe-like. But thank you very much for the lurks. I always appreciate the lurks. But yo, we are closing in on 2K subs. Like we got that pretty quick. Yo, we got to it relatively. We got what? I think the last. Yeah, we've been doing very well with the growth. We're 11 away from 2K. Yeah, we're 11 away. I think this is the last one of this batch for eggs. Let's 640. Cyndaquil. I'll be releasing all of the eggs all the hatch ones off stream. Hey, those argument. Destroying Zilla is a counter argument. Is that Godzilla's only rag city is because exactly. It's like Godzilla. Godzilla wouldn't have destroyed the city if the city wasn't in Godzilla's way. The world is Godzilla's territory. You don't go into someone's backyard and build a city and it's like, no, this is my backyard. The whole earth is my backyard. And that's just Godzilla's mood. But the like button is blocking me. It keeps saying that it doesn't shut yet. We're working on it, Foxy. We're working on getting a shiny. The game is just being a shoe. I'll check the DM. What is the DM? Oh, I'm sending that to the guys. That's great. Oh, I'm sending that. Oh, that's great. That's great, Mudkip. Funny enough, earlier today I was surprised traded today and got a hacked Typhlosion shiny. I like a counter and one. Hey, Roost! Thank you for the members. How are you doing, Roost? Wait. Okay, Mudkip, I'm sending you this. The thing I tried sending was a screenshot of that, and this is what it keeps sending back. There we go. But how are you? Can one of the mods please go grab Roost's link? But how are you doing, Roost? Sorry, I was just sending a thing to the guys in the Soul Link chat about a funny thing Mudkip sent. Mudkip traditional being Mudkip Snark. But how are you doing? Yeah, I don't get it either. It's like, why? I was just sending a screenshot of the. I was sending the screenshot you sent of Sly's face. Like, why? Why is it tagging that? I don't know. Again, the Discord be weird at times. I don't question how the machines work. They're machines. They hurt my brain. Don't reason with the Terminator. You will only end up hurting your brain. How is everyone's favorite chicken man? How is our favorite chicken man Roost doing today? Fidget spinner butterfly knife, Roost. The fidget spinner butterfly knife. Thank you very much for doing that, Kayla. Thank you very much. Okay, the first thing that Sly asked was, what was the clip you sent? I love how the Discord thing even says, our mostly accurate bots. I just love how his first question was that the clip he sent? What was the clip that you sent? It was like, I don't know. Yeah, this is why we love Sly. He's very entertaining. Sly Guy is very amusing. I'm so glad I joined the EBL for that reason. It's just the amount of just shenanigans that have ensued because of the Elite Battle League has been a delight. Puddle slime. Is that the clip you sent? Or is that a different thing? Boxes. Still no shiny. Yeah, we're still we're working through the eggs. But yeah, that is the goal for today. That is the goal. Nope. Avoid the marrow. For a second, I thought that was a shiny Mastiff because it was a group of Murkrow. Shiny hunting around here. We're not gonna be hunting around. Nope. Puddle slime was not. Okay, because again, the timing was weird because of the latency. I didn't know. Really? I did not know you could find a Houndoom this early over here. What level is this? Wow. Level 24 Houndoom. Huh. That'd be a heck of a pickup. That would actually be a pretty heckin' good pickup if you could get one of those in like a Nuzlocke or something like that. It's 25 Houndoom. I like Houndoom. I've used a Houndoom before in a playthrough of Soul Silver. It isn't the greatest thing in the world. It's a glass cannon, and it doesn't really have the cannon part down. But for a story playthrough, it's actually quite good. You know, it does very well. We all despise Nightbot. Nightbot is very smooth-brained. Again, I don't question the Terminators, who want our robotic overlords take over the world. I know they will just hunt me down anyway. So why make it personal? We have shiny hunting Mastiff from a boss stiff. Favorite dog in the game. Yeah, we shiny hunted my boss stiff already. We actually found an extra shiny Mastiff. When we were hunting Zorua, we actually found a shiny Mastiff. I was actually surprised that we found a shiny Zorua before we found a shiny Mastiff. But yeah, Mastiff is a very, very good boy. All of the doggo Pokemon are good boys. All good. Speaking of the doggos, we actually just recently got our shiny Houndour. I think we got it yesterday, actually. Yeah, I think we got the shiny Houndour yesterday. Or it was the day before yesterday. All the days kind of blur together after a while. Oh, egg hatching, that's what it is. I've told you a million times, you can make Nightbot not time people out for 1 second and remove all the messages. I don't know how to do it, Mudkip. That's the thing is, I don't know how. Yeah. Yeah, we're presently working on a shiny living dex. So we're working through getting every shiny we can get in the game. And then we're going to expand that out to getting a shiny living dex of the entire series. Which is why we've been hunting shiny Poipole in Ultra Sun. I love Poipole. Legitimately one of my favorite Pokemon from Generation 7. And I love a lot of Gen 7 Pokemon, so that says a lot. But I'm not looking forward to that. But let me fix it. I'm gonna be like, bro, let me. I don't know how to do it, Mudkip is the thing. Remember, I'm smooth-brained. I am smooth-brained. Jeez, this is turning. I don't know why all of my Masuda shiny hunts for this game, they're either well under odds or well over odds. There's no in between. So this is probably gonna go to 1,000 before we get the shiny. And I don't like that. I don't like those odds. I don't like the odds of that. Let me mess around with Nightbot and try and fix something. Let's figure it out. I like how the tires make the screeching sound. I do like that. All right, let's go. Let's go see. Disable that. Okay. That, I think I might have fixed it. Maybe. Again, I'm not the most familiar with the way Nightbot works. So I could have messed up some settings. It's a little Tarotundula. Bruh, let me fix it now. I might have fixed it. We all hate Nightbot. We all hate Nightbot except when Nightbot works correctly. Which, it very rarely works correctly. Because again, it's Nightbot. Whoop. Turn around. Quick turn. I love that any luck you dingus roost. Very apt. Let me get around there real quick. Nightbot is good. Nightbot is only a good boy when it's not being bad. Which is most of the time. So it's like... It's like 75% good. Second, let me send the thing. Go. He's a good bean just trying to do the right thing. I mean, you know what? Fair enough, Roost. Fair enough. That's pinned comment material right there, Roost. That is absolute pinned comment material. I just disable all of Nightbot's spam protection. It is extremely inconsistent. Again, there's only one thing consistent about Nightbot. The fact that it's inconsistent. I think this is the last one of this set. So we'll take this up to 655. Cyndaquil! Ba-da-da-da-da, it's not sparkling. No, wrong thing. Wrong button. That's fine. There we go. The lighthouse where we met Arven. Honestly, if you told me when I first started this game that Arven was going to grow into, like, to be my favorite character in the game, I would have laughed at you. We're like, nah, Arven is a very good protectable being. We like Arven. Arven is a good boy. We will protect the Arven. The way to ban words, so it doesn't allow links. Oh yeah, right. I'll have to go figure out things with that later. But yeah, I know who we're gonna be raiding when we end off. We're not gonna be ending off like right now. We're gonna be ending off in a bit. but I know who we are going to raid when we do eventually. But also, I just realized we did not refresh our egg power sandwich, which is why we've been hatching eggs at a slower pace. Having said that, I did recently convince Tinier to remove Nightbot, but I stand Nightbot, and if Nightbot gained sentience and punched me square in the face, I'd offer him another chance to do it. Wow! I mean, that's dedication right there. That's a dedication roast. So what did Tinier do without Nightbot? Also, that is going in the out of context section, roast. You know that goes in the out of context bin on the content creator server, roast. Again, oh right, you can't see the thing. If you watch the episode, you'll understand why. And having understood why he named it that, I want to just face punch the thing that made him name it that. Because yes, there is a reason he named it Among Us. He has his mods and he's gonna use the stream. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I only have Nightbot doing that, the reminder things. Arvin deserves a word. Deserves a word. I like the reason is like the second you realize Arvin is doing this because he just wants to protect Doggo, it is you will be protect. We will protect. We will protect the Arvin. When the motivation boils down to protect the Doggo, all is forgiven and all is understood. Which is why we love Arvin. Arvin is the greatest. Arvin is a good and protectable being who you want to just give a hug to. Oh no, we got something worse than that, Mudkip. There was something worse than the mushroom that was acquired in the episode. I know you missed the out of context, Foxy. I know you do. You all missed the out of context. Again, speaking of the out of context, the out of context collection is still ongoing. If you guys go to the community tab and just like go and collect out of context clips and moments and post those there, those will be put into the compilation for the out of context maxis. So far, we have had 0 submissions of out of context moments outside of like Foxy. Yeah, the same actually very similar for me, myself, Q, where, you know, my dog did pass away as well, and it was I could see a lot of myself in the character of Arvin. Just like, Arvin is probably like the most relatable character in the series, and I love Arvin. He's just too good. Arvin is too pure for this world. That's why we love my boss stuff. Oh, wait, we're getting raided! Welcome in, Christopher Kitterman. Welcome in, Explosive Werewolf. That's an awesome name. Love it. Welcome in, Ace Trainer Al, and everyone from his raid. If you guys haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Tommy! Sam McBride, welcome in. Omar, thank you very much for popping in with the raid as well. How are you guys doing? What were you doing on your end, Mr. Alist of Ace Trainers? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? We're just doing a little bit of shiny hunting here for Cyndaquil, still being a shoe, going extremely heavily over odds. But how is your thing going well? How goes the hunt for Cyndaquil? It's being a shoe, because it's over odds. Like, here we go. Come here. This is what Cyndaquil is being. This is what Cyndaquil is being. It is being a shoe. Because it is not sparkling. I just want the red back color of the Cyndaquil. Is that too much to ask, game? Give me shiny Cyndaquil, game. Give me Cyndaquil. 50-foot long Ethernet. Yes, I have a 50-foot long Ethernet cable. Nice. Well, what was the shiny you got yesterday? Yeah. Yes, Mudkip, I know I have a 50-foot long Ethernet cable. I need it for the computer. I need a 50-foot long Ethernet cable. Because the Wi-Fi card doesn't work. Well, okay. It's less the Wi-Fi card doesn't work, and the PC wasn't built with a Wi-Fi card in it. It's more of that than the other thing. Oh, Omar, the Omar signal has been activated. The Screamtail shiny. For those who don't know, Omar loves Screamtail, which we all love Screamtail. Screamtail is great. Shiny Burmian Pokemon Go. Nice. Yes, I like Screamtail. It's like Mewtwo as a ball, and it also got a little bit of Wigglytuff, and I love it. It's great. I love this thing. It is adorable and terrifying. It also sends Mini Mark Madness into an absolute terror spiral. We love you, Mark, but we are not going to stop messing with you with Screamtail because it's fun. Also, remember, set a picnic again. Do egg power sandwiches. I need to remember to do egg power sandwiches. I keep forgetting to do egg power sandwiches. And the day before I got nice. Very nice. I love the golden Magikarp. The goldfish is a delightful shiny. I like how it actually looks like it's made of metallic gold in this game. Hey, thank you very much for the subscribe, Explosive Werewolf. Thank you very much for that. Drop sandwich. That is an amazing username, by the way. Yeah, Screamtail is nice. Fluttermane is favorite Scarlet Paradox, though. Mine is Roaring Moon. Like, I got a weak spot for Salamence. It was the first Pokemon I ever saw. And in Roaring Moon, being such an aggressive stat line attacker, chef's kiss. I love this thing. And speaking of Roaring Moon and Fluttermane, please allow me to flex for a second. Please, if you would not mind, allow me a momentary flex opportunity like flex tape. Let's see, where are you? Are you in this box? No, you're not in this box. One box over? Another box over. Where's the box? There it is! My shiny Roaring Moon. I'm so happy. I love this thing. Where's the Fluttermane? Where's my Fluttermane, though? Where is my shiny Fluttermane? Where's the Flutter face? Where's the Flutter thing? Where is my Fluttermane? Now I'm actually kind of worried. Where's Protosynthesis? Where's the Fluttermane? Screamtail? Where is Fluttermane? Where is my shiny Fluttermane? It was just somewhere. Where was it? I just saw the shiny Fluttermane appearing in the corner. Where is Fluttermane? Oh, there it is. Okay. There it is. Okay. I was like, what the hell are you doing here? Why are you so far away from the others? Get back in the box. Get back in the box where you should be. Don't go hiding in box 2. You scared me, Fluttermane. Don't give me a heart attack. Good, Fluttermane. Good. Yeah, that one took a while to get. I am so glad I got that one. I have heard horror stories of people going for so many phases on that shiny. I am so glad I got it. I mean, I know Nafy here got 23 phases before getting Roaring Moon. We only phased like 6 times on it. So I'm happy. 6 is definitely better than 23. Yeah, that was kind of the point. Mega Salamence's traits were incorporated into Roaring Moon, whereas both Mega Gallade and Mega Gardevoir's traits were incorporated into Iron Valiant. Favorite Paradox Pokemon is Great Tusk. Great Tusk is awesome. Like, I might love the Chrome that is the future Paradoxes. You know, like, Iron Thorns, I love Mechagodzilla. I'm a big Godzilla fan. But the past Paradox Pokemon, I love them. Like, Great Tusk is awesome looking. Fluttermane, awesome looking. Roaring Moon, perfection. Sandy Shocks is admittedly very silly, but that's why I like it. Brute Bond is like the only one I'm kind of on, but I like it still. And then like just the others are great. Just the Paris Paradox designs go super hard, and I love it. I still the best future Paradox design, I will die on the hill of. I think the best one by a mile is Iron Thorns. Like, I will die on that hill. They should have made Iron Thorns the Apex Paradox form for the future. I die on that hill. Oh, I didn't actually notice Iron Valiant. Yeah, a lot of people I know don't really notice it at first because, like, it takes off the arm blades into being, like, you know, the bladed bow staff thing. So it's probably because of that, and also like it looks like a combination of just Gardevoir and Gallade. It's a bit harder to tell and pick up on. With Mega Salamence's inspiration, the Crescent Wing is kind of a massive giveaway. Speaking of Godzilla, like, yep, we have Explosive Werewolf. Omar and I were actually just talking about that earlier, because here at MetaMax Incorporated, we love Godzilla movies. We love kaiju films. That's why we have Godzilla right back here. We love kaiju films. They're great. I actually have a number of Godzilla t-shirts in the drawer, which I'm just not wearing right now, because they actually just got folded and put away. I just folded them up this morning and was like, I'm not going to wear that one today. I love them, but I'm not going to wear it today. Maybe tomorrow. But then again, with the angle I have the camera at now, it is a little harder to actually see the t-shirts now. But it's a slight sadness moment. But I still enjoy wearing them. And I will need to get some more water soon. But yeah, I've said it before and I'll say it again. It just feels surreal to have grown up getting mocked for liking Godzilla movies, and now they are making new pieces of Godzilla media. That feels beyond surreal for me, and I love it. It's like, I love these things. These things are great. That's why I love these movies. Okay, yeah, okay, now. Yeah, I'll probably go get some water, actually, after these eggs finish off. Oh, Floette, that's what those are. Flabebe, not Floette. Yeah, Flabebe. I get Floette and Flabebe mixed up frequently, because I'm not the best with Gen 6 Pokemon. Gen 6 is probably the generation I have the least formal experience playing, and a lot of the Pokemon from it just kind of like never stuck in my brain. There's a few of them that did, like Auroras, Tyrant, like the fossil Pokemon, love those. Goodra sticks out to me because it's like the first defensive pseudo-legendary in large capacity. Aegislash, because like, I mean, it's a freaking, like, it's a sentient ghost, so that's just freaking awesome as heck. And a few others. But by and large, I don't really remember a lot of Generation 7. Not Generation, a lot of Generation 6 Pokemon. Gen 7 Pokemon I know very well. So I love Gen 7. Great generation. But Gen 6 is like the one where everything just kind of fades into like a massive purple haze. But that's just how stuff goes. That's just how things be going. Water I'm gonna go get. Stop creeping behind me, Haunter. Meta, do you want me to send more cursed Pokemon? No! No, Mudkip. Never send those. That is a no bueno right there, Mudkip. That is a no-go. You are denied cursed Pokemon fusion sending. There's 6 Game Free mix them to one trainer that had a Flabébé fight the Flabébé. Really? No. There's no way that's a thing. No, they didn't mix that up. Only Gen 6. Only in Gen 6 could that happen. Alright, I'm gonna go get some more water. I'll be back momentarily. And we're back. There we go. Okay, Al. Be back. I like how right when I return, Al has to hop out. Yeah, X and Y was not one of Game Freak's more polished entries of the series. They could have spent a little more time polishing X and Y. You know why no more cursed Pokemon fusions, Mudkip. You know exactly why no more cursed fusions. Thank you for the welcome back. I am happy to be welcome back. I know a lot of you guys were not here for this, but Cyndaquil was actually the first Pokemon that we ever picked for the channel, because the first game that we played was Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And in that game, our starter was Cyndaquil. So, the first Pokemon to ever appear on the channel was Ho-Oh, who we've been shiny hunting and has gone 6 times over odds for that shiny hunt. That's that's a Dynamax Adventure shiny hunt I have been doing passively in Shield for over a year at this point. And yeah, suffice to say, it's not been going well, considering I am 6 times over odds for it. This is a video that covers acting with glitches, and yeah, it's a glitch. I'm not surprised that that's a thing, because X and Y feels very rushed. Like, the weird thing is X and Y was in development for over 3.5 years. Like, I think almost like closer to 4 years in total. And it comes off very, very rushed. I don't know why. But it just comes off very, very rushed. Because, like, for something that they did put, like, a lot of focus on, like, a very big emphasis on, you know, the game, they didn't do a great job of polishing it. Which is more than a little unfortunate, because it's like, there's some good stuff in there. Mudkip and Marshtomp. I give you 2, Mudkip and Marshtomp. This is, go to 80. Yeah, the first games, and ton of fun with them. Definitely see the parts that thought rush. Yeah, the funny thing is, I actually didn't play X and Y for the first time until about 3 to 4 years ago. And it was the one generation I actually skipped. Because I played Alola when it first came. I played Ultra Sun and Moon when it first came out. And then every other game from Diamond and Pearl to Black and White, I played all of those games when they were released. Then, from Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon to today, every game that has been released I have played day one. The only game I did not play between, well, the only 2 games I did not play between starting the series and today was Oras and X and Y. So I have no, like, sentimentality, nostalgia connecting me to those games. Which I think is why I am a bit harsher on those games than most people are. Because I have no nostalgia for Generation 3, despite Generation 3 actually being the first game that I ever saw. I have no nostalgia for it. So, like, I do kind of rip into those games a little more aggressively than most people will really prefer to go on them. So instead you're getting Mudkip. Okay. Okay, Mudkip. Like, this was always like the headcanon I had when it came to X and Y, was that they were gonna have the games go one way, which is why they have, you know, that 3.5 year long dev cycle for it. But then, relatively close to release, they changed the way the game was going to go, which is why a couple of parts come off a little bit rushed. Because they had to go back and, like, change things up last minute. That's why it feels a little rushed to me. Is like, they had all this time to work on it, but why does it come off as rushed? Well, probably because they changed stuff last minute. They had all the time to work on it, more than enough time. Because the amount of time that they actually spend on, like, X and Y was about the same amount of time they actually spent on working on Legends. And then, like, looking at the difference in quality, Legends and X and Y. That is a very, very big difference in, like, some of the bugginess and glitchiness of the game. Which makes me think it wasn't... First gen I saw was Gen 4. Brother was into Pokemon at the time. Myself, no sentimentality at all. And because that's what makes me think maybe they heavily had to rework Generation 6 when it was first released. Because if they had that long to dev it, and it comes off feeling a little bit rushed, why does it feel a little rushed they had that long? When we've seen what they can do with other games in, like, a similar time frame, moving on to new hardware. The logical conclusion, is one that I drew, was it was probably down to heavily reworking things. Okay, those are not cursed at all, and actually those are highly adorable. Those are actually very adorable. You have done well, Mudkip. You have done well at not making cursed things that make me want to gouge my eyeballs out. Some of those fusions make me want to gouge my eyeballs out. They are that frickin' cursed. Yeah, nostalgia is one of those things with games I semi-actively try to avoid. Like, if there is a game that I know I will have nostalgia for, I will actively go out of my way to kill any nostalgia for it. Like, I will forcibly expose myself to the worst elements of the game to get myself to dislike aspects of it, to, again, destroy nostalgia for it. Now, is that a good thing to do? Probably not. But it's what I do because I like to get rid of nostalgia for myself. Because I like to look at things very analytically, and I feel the only way to look at things analytically and more objectively is to, well, destroy nostalgia. Again, not the healthiest outlook on things, but it is the one that I have. Why is it all pinging? Mudkip, stop pinging! Mudkip, stop pinging! Stop sending fusions! Stop sending them! I can hear the pings. I mean, it doesn't help when I have the 10-person tag lock and the Oras Soul Link chat's also getting pings constantly. Thank you. Thank you, Mudkip. But yes, I know who we are going to be raiding after we end off stream. Bingo. The thing go buh. Hey, Archangel K! It's been a while. How have you been? How have you been, Archangel K? Hope you are doing well. Because I know I am. We have not gotten any shinies yet. We have not gotten any sparkles, but we are working on attempting to get a shiny Cyndaquil. Even though we're pretty ridiculously over odds at this point. Nope, none of those are good. Thank you very much for grabbing the link, Kayla. Boxes. That would be 90. No, Mudkip. No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the fusion. I don't like the fusions. They are frequently cursed. Staravia, get the heck away. I don't care. I'm honestly surprised they completely did away with repels. Granted, it makes sense that they did get rid of them. Because, like, yes, in the grand scheme of things, you're not going to use them. But you just avoid everything. You can dodge, duck. You can dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. I will slap you, Mudkip. No. No. Fine. It is no longer funny numbers of eggs, Mudkip. I have ruined it. There. It is no longer funny number. It is no longer the funny number. So get clowned. Ha! It has been deleted. I remember you rating you turning the baby camera facing, so path. Thank you, Kay. Yeah. I think you were the first person to ever raid us, Kay. Yeah. Yeah, I think you were actually the first person to ever raid us. That was back during the days of Fossil Fighters. Yeah. Dang. Exactly, Kay. Exactly. Yeah, because they had repels in Let's Go. Because, like, I remember repels were in Let's Go. And I don't think they were in Sword and Shield. Because it's one of the things, because I have been playing Let's Go, because Let's Go is a thing that we're using because we have Let's Go stuff we have Let's Go because we have an ongoing Pokemon Let's Go series. And in there you can get repels. So now I was like, wait. There's repels in here. I realized I didn't see repels in any of the other games. So I guess they don't have repels anymore. Huh. It's very weird. I mean, it makes sense. Again, with the reworking of the way encounter mechanics work, removing repels makes sense. You know, because it doesn't really benefit things. But now yeah. That does make sense to a degree. Repels aren't a thing in Legends, or the world should be good at that. I'll be honest, I blank on Let's Go completely. Let's Go is a thing that I just entirely blank on extremely hard. Just because Legends was not really one of my favorite games to play. As an experience, it was good. But as, like, a game to replay... Because for me, a lot of my enjoyment for games is actually replayability. Legends didn't really have that same degree of replayability, so I never actually, like, really scrutinized it that much. But yeah, that is a good point. That is actually a very good point, that they weren't in there. Yeah. Huh. Learn something new every day. Wait. Hey! We're getting raided again! Welcome in, Poke Ranger Plays. Welcome in, Crimson! You need to remember the 5 Ds of Dodge. 5 Ds of Dodgeball. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Exactly, Archangel K. Welcome in, guys. Thank you very much for the raid. I think most open world games, considering it was Pokemon's first attempt, was like, not bad. Well, the thing is, Legends actually isn't open world. Open world, by definition, is what this game is, where you can reach anything from anywhere. Legends was open-ended. You could generally wander free, but you were fairly heavily restricted in where you could actually go. So that they actually did falsely advertise Legends as being open world. It was open-ended. Hey, welcome back, Thunderous! Welcome back, Crimson. Welcome in, everybody. Don't forget to leave a like if you guys haven't done so already. But what shiny did you get today, Poke Ranger? Also, can one of the mods please go grab both the links of Film Master as well as Poke Ranger Plays for that glorious double raid. But welcome back in, Thunderous TJ. So what was the shiny that you acquired? What was the oh so delightful sparkles for Standard Triangle Pool? Well, I mean, the thing is, it is an open world. Open world would be if you could go to everywhere else. That's what I mean, is it's open-ended. Open-ended is you can do essentially whatever you want within a sub-area, but you can't go into the wild area at large. You have, like, you can basically do whatever you want, but you need to do a certain thing to progress. Which is kind of why that's the difference in open world. That's one of the reasons why I say Legends was like a bit of a tech demo for this game, where a lot of what Legends wanted to do were not practically doable on a first game thing, so they test bedded them in Legends, and then fully expanded them out into this game. Which I think was the right call to do. I think it was very much the right call to do. Never finished Legends. Oh, trust me. I don't. I'm not the biggest fan of Legends. Legends Arceus. I'm not the biggest fan of the game. I like my battles. You know, for me, Pokemon is very much a battling sort of experience, and Legends kind of doesn't have battles. It is very much Dodgeball Simulator, which, I mean, Dodgeball Simulator is fun. But when you want Pokemon battles, it isn't really the most greatest thing in the world. Yeah, that was basically the way that I was, That is basically the way that I was with an Archangel as well. We have not gotten any shinies today, Brent. We've been on a very bad shiny dry spell. Normally, we get at least one shiny while we're wandering around Paldea, but we haven't gotten any today. I mean, we haven't gotten any, like, in the past several days. Oh, thank you very much. What was that? But I'm not the only one, is he? Yeah, there's a lot of Archangel. You would be very surprised by the number of people who actually didn't finish, because a lot of people... That, I think, is probably, like, the biggest thing about Legends, is the people who don't mind, who, like, they're not the biggest fans of it, they just kind of quietly sit there in the corner while, like, all the other stuff goes on about it. So, like, you're hearing, like, the silent majority, I think is kind of the thing about it. Okay, Ranger, thank you very much. Have a good day, and thank you very much for that raid. Hello there, Jess and Christy, welcome in. And again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please do not forget to subscribe for more. Alright. No sparkles around here. Thinking about my life. Oh, trust me, it's alright, Ranger. I understand that big time. I understand that. How are you doing? Welcome in. Yango. Hello there, Yango. You are going to be one of our next shiny hunt targets. Once we get the shiny Cyndaquil, you are on the list of our future hunts. I miss the battles in gyms and living that very much enjoy. Yeah, that's exactly what my thought process was about Legends as well. Is because the thing about Legends is it's essentially what Pokemon is when you take away battles. I mean, well, it's whatever you take away the battles, but you also like to dial up the dex completion by a very, very heavy degree, because it really highlights how monotonous things like dex grinding is. You know, go out, catch this Pokemon 20 times. Go out, catch this Pokemon 30 times. Use this move 20 times. It's more than a little monotonous. And like the battles, the different layers of strategies, all like, you know, the gyms, the Elite Four, the villainous team, all the things like that, you know, break things up. As well as, you know, you've got things like, you know, for me, you know, competitive. Isn't it that it helps break up, you know, the dex completion and everything. But with Legends, it's like a non-stop train of just grinding out the dex. And I think that is one of the issues with it. As a game, Legends is a great idea. But I wish it just had like a bit more battles. Like you had, like, I was expecting the alphas to be these like Alola Totem-esque boss battles, where this was going to be like the place of your gym badge, where instead of, you know, food fight, you know, just throwing food, at Alpha Arcanine, it was you like have like this epic battle with one, a la the totem from the Lola, which kind of disappointed when that wasn't the case. I guess it's more of like I could see what like they could have done, and that not being the case. But yeah, there are good things about Legends. You know, it was a game that, for all of the issues I do have with the game, the one thing I will say about it is it did give the community something different. You know, I think a lot of the praise the game gets is less the game itself and more players wanting something new. You know, just like something that was different. A lot like what Breath of the Wild was for Legend of Zelda, because, you know, many of you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of Breath of the Wild. I can appreciate the game for what it is, and I enjoy the game greatly. But I don't quite think it's, like, the greatest game of all time. I definitely see, like, the issues it does have. And I think a lot of, like, the greatest praise that the game gets comes more from the part of the community that they wanted something new and something different, more than... It's more of a thing of liking something because it is new and liking it because it is different, and it breaks up that monotony in a way prior games never were able to do before. So, if that became the status quo, and essentially every game forward was doing the same things as it did, the flaws would be discussed more, because, you know, as, you know, consumers of content, there's this weird thing that audiences do, where problems and flaws in newer media pieces, they will actively ignore the flaws of a new installment. They will act like they do not exist. Now, whether this is intentionally ignoring them or just, like, subconsciously not noticing them because this game is great, there can be no flaws in something that is this good, they don't really allow themselves to even think about the concept of there potentially being flaws. But when a sequel or a successor comes out that actually has, like, almost the same concepts, then the flaws become more highlighted. Which actually is exactly what happened with Scarlet, Violet, and Legends. Because almost everything that actually is in this game that is, like, problematic in a sense, actually was already actually in Legends. You know, people will malign, like, the graphics or the quality or, like, the visual bugs and things, but many of those actually existed back in Legends. It's just we chose to ignore them back in Legends, because we couldn't allow Legends to have anything negative about it. Where's the best place to buy stuff for sandwiches? I believe the best place to buy stuff for sandwiches is Lavencia or the Electric Gym City. But generally, whenever I go buy stuff for sandwiches, I go to Medali, which is the normal Gym City, because there are 3 shopping places right here that just have everything you could ever hope to get. So I just go there and I just get all my stuff there. But yeah, I would love to see... I guess the best way to say it is, I would love another Legends-style game, but if they make another Legends-style game, it needs to be its own identity. You know, it needs to be its own story and not kind of demonstrating future game installment ideas so that it can, like, truly become its own, which that's kind of an issue I have with a couple of games is, like, if a piece of media is essentially all about a future or another piece of media, I'm not going to care about the new piece of media. Yeah, I believe we are 10 away from 1K? Or 2K, I mean? Let me go check again. We could have gotten some more analytics. But yeah, we've been doing very well with the channel growth lately. Like, I think, yeah, we are 9 away from hitting 2K. Yeah, I think Legends is a game where it needed to focus more on its own story than essentially, like, kind of being a Dex progress extravaganza. Again, great ideas. I just think there's a few things that held it back. Shiny Cloth. Nice! Yeah, we actually have completed the Shiny Shinx family. That is one family we actually finished a good while ago. Hello, my book for the second stage. Crocalor. I love Crocalor. Ah, Skeletor. One of my favorite starters we've ever had in these games. Probably my 4th favorite starter, behind Feraligatr. Incineroar, and then number 1 favorite is Infernape. Number 1 is Infernape. Those are going to be at the end of the month, Archangel. That is going to be the 30th and the 1st. That's going to be the 30th of April and the 1st of May. The funny thing is, you are the first person to actually ask me about that. Yeah. Someone I know in the SGL chat was like, Maxis, what is your typing that you are for the champion? And I'm just like, I'm not gonna say if I have one, if I don't have one, or what it is gonna be. But like, the point in keeping it secret was so you guys couldn't, like, scour everything I have. It was a deliberate act. It was a deliberate attempt to keep you guys away from stuff. I mean, my team for the champion seat was planned, like, when Metal first approached me with the idea. So I've had my team prepared for, like, the better part of a month. So I am, like, planned as in, like, the pencil is on the paper, the team sheets are finished, and now it's just a matter of going in and, like, grinding out all the necessary materials. In a low-key, you were the champ when I saw you evolve, saying matter giving people advice to champions. Yeah, a lot of people figured that. That was why I said, just say that I'm, like, brought in as a battle consultant. Because people know, if I'm involved, they're gonna guess I'm the champion. But, like, we knew, like, people are gonna figure it out anyway. Yeah, we did actively try to hide it, but there was a lot of people that somewhat figured out. Like, I know Extric was one that called it. You know, you obviously called it. There's a few people that definitely had it figured out. Even if we did try and keep it, you know, on the down low. Not sure if what we will do for a 2K special, all things considered. Not actually sure about that. Because, like, I have thought about a 2K special, but, like, the thing is, special milestone hunts don't really do that much. Yeah, I didn't believe Christian at all when he said you were a consultant. He was like, yeah, I hear and understand that. I mean, to be fair, I was a consultant. I have been helping them all with their teams and preparing. Like, remember, I was a consultant for the Elite Four and the gym leaders. I was there to help them. That's who I was a consultant for. I wasn't there to help you guys. I was there to help them. But yeah, trust me, Kay. When, like, there is a part of me that, this is the harder part about me helping and, like, wanting to help the Elite Four. Like, on the one hand, I really want the challengers to beat the Elite Four to fight me. But at the same time, I also kind of want to, like, have the Elite Four prepare with their teams, so their teams are just utter nightmare fests. So it was like balancing that between like making their teams good and also making it's a hard balancing thing. You have been, so it wasn't a lie. Exactly. See, it wasn't a lie. It was selective disinformation. It was see, technically we were telling the truth about I was a consultant. I was a consultant to help the other members of the league. We were just not being truthful about, yeah, I am the champion. I don't really do multiplayer games, Ash. I don't really do multiplayer games. But I think that is actually going to be all for today. That is, I think, all for today's stream. So, I think what we're going to go do is we're going to go on a raid. Let's go find someone to raid. This place where it spits out the Bagon. I have no idea. Because the way where I shiny hunted Bagon was I shiny hunted Bagon elsewhere. Well, I hunted Bagon's shiny in the same place you could hunt Gibble and a few other things. So I didn't actually hunt the place where it just spits the Bagon out. Alright, let's go find someone to raid. Because the person I was actually going to raid actually ended already. But actually, also, I encourage you guys to go check out Sly Guy's most recent episode of the 2v2 Soul Link that we have been doing. Let's go raid. Who is anyone doing Pokemon right now? You know what, we haven't raided. You know, we have not raided domestic fishy in a long time. So we'll go raid domestic fishy. I will see you guys next time. Let's rock and roll. But I'll see you guys then. Let's go. And again, if you guys haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. But I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day. And we are out.